Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
And I'm Maureen Akers. Welcome, Gary.
Good morning.
Yes, glad to have you today.
Thank you.
Today's question, I'm sorry, I'm jumping right in. All right.
Oh.
I'm having issues getting my car fixed after a wreck, but I'm afraid if I make a claim on my insurance, my rates will go up. You've dealt with this. What happens?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Just a few times.
But you know, so there's two answers. One is the answer, were you at fault? If you're at fault, you may have some problems. You know, I mean, you may have your rates rated higher because you were at fault. And if it's your third, you know, it may get real expensive. So that's the first question. Were you at fault? Does somebody consider you at fault? I've had cases where the insurance company decided our client was at fault when they weren't, you know, so that can be an issue. When it's a contentious situation, sometimes you have to appeal that within the company, but that can be done. Okay. But I think what the question really was, look, it wasn't my fault. Yeah. They're not coming. I'm not hearing from anybody. I want to get this moving forward. Should I just call my own insurance and get it taken care of? And the answer, of course, is yes. That's what you bought the insurance for. So will it raise your rates if you're not at fault and use the product that they sold you? And the answer in Georgia should be no, because there are consumer laws out there to protect consumers from that's just kind of bad faith, all right? You know, so it's there, and you're not allowed under the Georgia law. Insurance companies aren't allowed to raise your rates just because you used their product, which seems to make sense, right?
Right, that's what they sold you.
Right, they sold it to you. They're in the business of doing this. Yeah. They shouldn't make you the victim twice.
Yeah. So you say that, Gary, but what have you ever seen it happen? What happens if it does? What happens?
Well, I have it reported to me occasionally.
Yeah.
You know, but vast majority of the times, no, it doesn't, because here's the process. You make the claim, the insurance company finally finds the other company. Sometimes it's with these commercial lines or commercial vehicles where you really have this problem, and they get reimbursed. You know, they have their own outside of the court system arbitrations where they get their money back. So they pay for your car. You may have to pay a deductible, but that gets reimbursed to you. And if you're with whatever auto company, they get reimbursed and they move on. And that's what you buy for. You know, if you hire a lawyer to handle that, they're going to charge you something to handle it, and there's no juice there. There's no extra law. You know, you don't get attorney's fees for that generally. There's exceptions, but you don't want to do that. Use your insurance. You bought it. Your rates will not go up. If they do, you protest. Use the product.
There you go. Thank you so much, Gary. We'll see you on the next Legal Break.